The study was conducted in one of the household in the resettlement area in Santa Rosa Laguna, specifically in Sitio Coral Nabato Pulong, and the household number under census is 0105. The place is where every household is confined in one location from a place where it was demolished, and people are given a safe place to build their own. The study began on June 20, 2022, with a face-to-face interview with the family. It was Geraldine, the mother of the family, who had an interaction with the researcher. Since her husband is out for work, she accepted the invitation for us to conduct a dialogue with her regarding her family condition. There is no difficulty for the family to accept the process explained. As a disclaimer, the family permitted us to capture videos and pictures for this documentation. The family consists of 4 members: the father, Jerome Damabach, Geraldine Faburata, the mother, and their 2 children Yanessa and Gabriel. Jerome is a construction worker who's working as a skilled worker who does provide all the needs of his family, earning $14,400 in a month. On the other hand, Geraldine is currently unemployed for the reason that she had lost her 3rd child from anencephaly, a birth defect condition wherein a child's skull has not fully developed. The other 2 children are also staying at home since Yanessa, an 8-year-old child, is on a school vacation, and Gabriel, a 5-year-old child, is still on the stage of playing around. Both parents came from different sides of the country. Jerome came from Visayas region, and Geraldine is from Iloilo, and they are both speaking Tagalog for the benefit of their children of having no language confusion. In addition, the family is following the beliefs of Roman Catholic. Although the family is less fortunate of the material things, their respect and love for the family is what outshines it. Truly, an ideal couple that supports and works maturely in behaving toward each other in times of struggles. Even though Jerome is the breadwinner of the family, Geraldine is the one responsible in handling the financial expenses of the family, taking care of the needs, and preparing food for the family. Whereas, Jerome is the one responsible for the major decisions, which makes their family considered as patriarchal. They are currently owning a parcel of land provided by the government, but it is only temporary, which does mean that they are not obliged to pay for the house rental. The house is built by wood materials and the floor is flattened, and the elevated soil is covered with linoleum. The bedroom, washroom and small kitchen is covered with curtain, just enough to separate it from the living room with adequate size of the door but absence of a window. The life of the family is very simple, yet they are satisfied and contented, as evident in the facial expression of the family members. For the water and electricity bills, they are sharing it with Jerome's sister, who is just a neighbor next to their house. Garbage is collected under the advice of the government, and is collected weekly but needs to be in a proper disposal bag or plastic. Since they are living in a tiny space with less access to drainage system, the sewerage system they are using is the main structure provided by the government. They are just throwing their used water outside the house in an open drainage located across the neighbor. The place is a relocation area wherein recreation is available by the neighbor. The healthcare facilities and health manpower resources are distant from the location, which requires a need to ride a tricycle for them to reach the facility. In case of emergencies, they use mobile phones to reach the barangay officials for assistance since they don't own a private vehicle. During the gathering of information for the nursing intervention, it is evident that the children are malnourished, and the nutrients the children are obtaining are not equal to the proactivity they are exerting, as the children are not adorned to eat vegetables. It has been confirmed that the children are malnourished after the calculations of their body mass index. Yanessa's BMI is 15.28, which lacks a value of 3.22 to meet her desired normal weight. Meanwhile, Gabriel's BMI is 16.33, which lacks a value of 2. The parents have appropriate BMI, however, the children are in utmost concern for lacking enough weight compared to the standards.
Pero po sa mga anak niyo po, aware po ba kayo na kulang po sila sa timbang?
Or napapansin mo ba sila na medyo payat?
Napapansin ko kasi hindi po ganyan yung katawan nila
Ang nakakaraan.
Opo, kasi mula po nung nasa ospital po kami mag-asawa, doon po parang bumagsak yung katawan nila.
There are 2 major identified problems during the assessment where the family is lacking knowledge. These are the poor environmental condition, specifically, the absence of window that causes a poor ventilation in the house, which we can infer as a health threat. Whereas, the other identified problem is malnutrition for underweight children, which we can consider as a health deficit.
So, isang tatlong bagay pa, nababawasan yung init sa loob ng tahanan. Wala naman talaga namang mainit kahit saan ka pumunta.
On the third and last visit that was made on 4th and 5th of July, there is an obvious willingness and eagerness of the family to cooperate, improve, and prevent future difficulties on their living. The head of the family, Jerome, did not waste time. He managed to add a window to his house 3 days after the second visit to obtain an adequate ventilation enough for the sunlight to pass through inside the house. The children and the mother has also excitedly expressed that they are now eating vegetables. Barriers are not that much of a concern since the family is eager to cooperate and do necessary steps to save the health of the family, as they believe that health is the most significant thing in their lives. In God's grace, we must conclude that somehow, we, the student nurses, and the family itself, have been able to help themselves even in a short period of time. Indeed, it's their eagerness that pushed them to accomplish this milestone in their lifestyle. Truly, a family who listens, who is diligent, and is eager to adopt changes towards the wellness of the family is the actual heart and key to a successful community health nursing.